Hey, Charles here with Rocky Mountain, showing you how to install a Nuetech Gen 2 tubeless system onto your dirt bike. With tubeless installed, you're not going to have to worry about pinch flats, even if you choose to run a super low PSI for that added traction. Now, if you want to take it a step further, Nuetech offers their 5150 bib to be paired with this tubeless setup, and that way your ride or your race won't come to an end if your tire gets punctured. We have a separate video for the 5150 install, but for now, let's get this tubeless installed onto our dirt bike. To get this done, we have a drill and some drill bits. So I've got a smaller one for a pilot hole and then a 7/16 inch drill bit for the final size. I've got an auto centering punch along with a razor blade. And then after we drill that hole out, we need to clean up the edges of the rim. So I've got a round file. You could use some fine sandpaper if you don't have one of these. And then we also have a valve core remover. We've got some lubricants. So I've got the First Line gloss coat, but you could use Armor All instead. We also have some soapy water contact cleaner. We've got the supplied guide plate, 3 tire spoons, a bead holding tool. I also have a 14mm socket, inch-pound torque wrench, and then you need a way to pump up that inner bladder to 120 PSI. So we have a suspension air pump. I also have an air chuck and a tire pressure gauge. We also will be using a tire stand and recommend you install your tubeless with a new or previously unmounted tire. Remove the old tire, the rim band, or any duct tape, and make sure the entire rim is cleaned and all of the residue is removed before getting started. Your new tubeless rim lock will require an 11mm or 7/16 inch hole. If your rim already has 2 holes spaced 4 spokes away from each other, enlarge one for the new rim lock. If not, count 4 spokes away from the valve stem hole, mark it, and drill a new hole. We're using a pilot bit first to help keep it centered. After drilling, use a round file, emery cloth, or fine sandpaper to smooth the hole edges. Check the entire rim for sharp edges, especially the spoke ends, and clean up anything that could damage the inner bladder. If you drilled a completely new hole, press the supplied rim hole plug into the unused hole on the opposite side of the rim. Next, apply 3 full revolutions of rim tape around the rim. The first pass is going to go down the center, and the next 2 passes are going to go on each side of that center line, staying below the tire bead seat. Try not to stretch the tape, lay it down relaxed. Then press on all of the tape firmly to ensure it's seated. Use a razor blade to cut out the openings for the tubeless rim lock and the high pressure bladder valve stem. Then we're going to coat the inside and the outside of the red liner with a silicone-based tire dressing. A lot of people use Armor All. For us, we're going to be using this Tusk gloss coat. And if you are using a tire sealant like slime, you can use that as the lubricant instead. Remove the valve cap and the valve core from the high pressure bladder. Line up the rim lock with the large drilled hole and the bladder valve stem with the original valve stem hole. It's a good idea to apply a small amount of lubricant inside the liner before reinstalling the bladder. Remove the rim lock nut and the knurled bladder nut. Insert the rim lock into the enlarged hole and the bladder valve stem into the original hole. Then install both nuts loosely, leaving the knurled nut about halfway down. We will then work the remaining liner around the rim. You can often start by hand and then grab some tire spoons as it tightens up. Ensure the liner stays seated in the drop center as you spoon it on, taking small bites and prying both sides together. You should be able to hand press the final portion to avoid pinching the bladder. At this point, if you're installing the 5150 bib with your tubeless system, you want to go ahead and switch over to that install now. Using the supplied guide plate, place the rim lock at the bottom of the tire. And if the tire has a yellow balancing dot, go ahead and align it with the rim lock. Make sure to check for directional tread if your tire has it. Then use the guide plate and a tire spoon to help slip the rim fully between both beads. Putting our wheel onto the tire stand, we'll start on the sprocket side. That's going to help prevent us from busting our knuckles. Then lubricate the tire bead to help it slip on. We're just using soapy water, but if you're using tire sealant, make sure you only use that. If using a bead holding tool, we'll start on the opposite side of the rim lock from the bladder stem and then work our way around the tire to finish at the rim lock. If you aren't using a bead holding tool, start opposite of the rim lock and work evenly towards it. Keep the opposite side of the bead pushed down into the drop center, especially towards the end, to give yourself enough room to get your spoons in and avoid damaging the tire bead. With that side on, we can flip the tire over and repeat the process on the other side. Make sure not to grab the red liner when inserting your tire spoons. And then ensure the bead fully drops in next to the rim lock. If it won't sink in, try backing off the rim lock nut a little bit if necessary. Now we can spray some soapy water onto both tire beads every few spokes. If you are using tire sealant, you can skip this step. Now we can bounce and rotate the tire to distribute the lubricant or sealant evenly around the tire bead areas. Reinstall both valve cores. We're going to inflate the high pressure bladder anywhere from 100 to 120 psi. After both beads have been set, you can set the low pressure to your desired psi. For us, we're going to be running 6 psi. Tighten the rim lock to 9 foot-pounds and only click the torque wrench once. Install both valve caps, and then for the knurled nut, you're just going to back that up to the red bladder cap. All right, so there you have it. That's how you install a Nuetech Tubliss 2.0 tire system onto your dirt bike rim. If you have any questions about either process, leave those down in the comments. If you need to pick up these parts for your bike, head on over to our website. Just click the link in the description below. Orders over $75 ship free. And hey, if you want to see more helpful content like this, subscribe to our channel. I'm Charles with Rocky Mountain ATV MC. Thanks for watching.